Welcome back to lesson 13 of Tracy's Kenpo Karate, Orange Belt. In this lesson I'm going to go over technique reverse hammerlock and anvil, and also give you the final section of short 1. So let's bow in and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is go over reverse hammerlock. Reverse hammerlock is for a left grab. Now, even though the manual doesn't really specify which leg is forward, this one works best if the attacker has a left grab with their right leg forward or both feet underneath their shoulders. Okay, it doesn't work as well if the left leg is forward, and we'll show you why here in a second. I'm going to do it from this direction so it'll be easier for you to see, since I'll be stepping. Okay, so you start with your trigger position of a hammerlock. This is kind of like, Japanese string hold, except instead of being right, it's now left. So when we go to do things, the arm is in the way. So instead, on the A version, we're going to take our right foot and we're going to step to 10:30, 11 o'clock into a soft bow. So we just want to go from here, step to soft bow. This will pull that arm straight and lock it out, which will allow us to set up our strike. So from here, we're going to pin it against the back, using the back as a brace. We're going to pivot to horse as we use a elbow strike just above the elbow to try to hyperextend or break the elbow joint. Okay, again, we'll go through that part and then we'll finish off the technique. Step to 10:30 with your right leg, left elbow cock, pivot to horse, strike that elbow. Then from here, you're going to hammer fist the groin. And this is what I was talking about. If the leg is in the way, then it's going to be hard to do this technique if the left leg's forward. So it works better, not that it can't be done, it just works better from a neutral or from a right leg forward stance. Okay? Again, on A, the whole thing. Hand behind the back for the trigger. Right foot steps to 10:30 into a soft bow. Pivot to horse as you drive that elbow back and through the opponent's arm, using your back to brace that arm to hopefully hyperextend or break the arm, followed by an immediate hammer fist to the groin. Now, the reason we're stepping forward is because your opponent is on top of you. You can literally feel him breathing down your neck. And if you keep step back, you can't do anything. So your only option to do this technique is to step forward. And like I said, that'll extend the arm, expose the elbow, because as we counter grab, we strike to damage that elbow and then immediately hammer fist the groin. The B variation to this is, what if they're at arm's length? They're kind of like this. So in this case, because they're already extended, we don't really want to pull them off balance any further, so we're going to step back into it. So we're going to take our right foot, step to about the 4:30 position, crossing underneath that elbow so that we can pivot through that elbow strike and then hammer fist the groin. So the only difference between A and B is A is forward and B is for back. So again, on B, counter grab. Step back right to about the 4:30 position, elbow strike through the arm, hammer fist the groin. So A, which is reverse hammerlock, counter grab, step right to 10:30, elbow, hammer fist. B, their arms are extended, so we're going to step back into it, elbow, hammer fist. And that's reverse hammerlock. The next technique we're going to look at is anvil. Anvil is for a two-hand grab. Now there's an A, B, C, and D variation, but they all kind of build on your first motion. So once you get A down, the rest are pretty easy. It's just a matter of changing your strikes or your kicks. Okay, so A version. Both hands are grabbed, one hand each. And as we've discussed in previous lessons, the wrist or the thumb is the easiest way to get out of a hand grip, because you can't lock out a thumb and there's no strength there. So you always go against the thumb. So as your hands are here, you want to bring them straight up. Okay, just like that. Okay, and that will release them. Nice and quick lock, just boom. Then from there, that'll open the hands up and almost turn them palm up. So what you're going to do is you're going to back strike into the radial nerves. So but we're going to add one more thing to this. So as we do the pull, okay, I just want you to practice this a few times. Now as you do the pull, we're going to step back out with our right foot. This will pull them off balance slightly. Back knuckle right into those radial nerves as we pull our hands into a chamber position. Now from here we're going to step forward in what is called a butterfly strike. And we're going to strike right under the rib cages. And we're going to step in and come up into that strike. So, hands here, step back, back knuckle, and as we bring our hands into chamber, we're going to flow right back out into a butterfly strike or an anvil strike to either side of the rib cage. And we want to come up and into it. Okay, one more time. So from here, this should be your first move. Okay, you want to get to where you're doing this at the same time. Then once you get those two moves down, get to where you're striking at the same time. And then keep building onto it until the ultimate goal is 1, 2, and as you step down, you're immediately going to step back out. Okay, that's what you want to get to. But at this level, we just want to see as fast as you can do it, but accurately. So 1, strike, bring the hands into chamber, step out with your right foot as you strike with a butterfly strike to either side of the ribs. Now the B version is identical to A, but now we're going to throw in a front snap kick. So we're going to step back. 1, back knuckle. They're a little too close for our butterfly strike, so we want to back them off a little bit. So we're going to throw a front snap kick with the assumption that they're going to back forward, back up on us. And as we throw the kick, we're going to set it down and land right into a butterfly strike going into a hard bow. So the B version, 1, strike, kick, land into a hard bow as you throw the butterfly strike. So let's do A and B from this angle. And then we'll go on to C and D. A, 1, 2, step, strike. Okay, again. 1, strike, chamber, forward, hard bow. B, same thing, but we're going to add a front snap kick. 1, 2, kick, land and strike. Okay, again on B. 1, 2, kick, land with your butterfly strike to the rib cage. C version. C version is if you don't have the room to step back. Okay, maybe you're up against the wall, you're up against a car, you got people behind you. Whatever reason, you don't have the full ability to step back with your right leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw to a left cat stance. Okay? And set it up that way as we pull the hands free. Now you're not taking a big step back, just enough to pull out of it. Then front snap kick, land with a double palm strike or the butterfly strike. Okay, again. 1, 2, kick, land. Okay, let's do it from this angle. Starting with A. A. 1, back knuckle, chamber, step in, hard bow. B. 1, 2, front kick, land a hard bow. And C, draw a cat, back knuckle, kick, land in hard bow. Okay, that's A, B, C. Last one is real simple, D. D, for whatever reason, you can't get free. Okay, maybe you're struggling, maybe the way the positions of the arms are, but we're not going to worry about it because you can't sit there and fight it, otherwise you're going to lose the battle. What you want to do is we're going to attack the shoulders. We've talked about this numerous times. You can't lock out the shoulders. So you have a free rein to rotate the arms out to the side. So what we're going to do on D is they've got the arms clamped down and we can't get the wrist. Maybe we waited too long, don't know, but we can't get that release. So all we're going to do is spread them and kick. And it could be a timing thing. You don't have time to do all this. You got multiple attackers coming at you. So you just run them really quick, 1, 2. That's the other way to deal with it. Okay, so we got A. We're going to step back. Back knuckle, hands draw to chamber, step forward, double heel palm, or the butterfly strike. B, step back, double back fist, front snap kick, heel palm, butterfly strike. C, cat stance, back knuckle, kick, the butterfly strike. And the last one, the D variation, we're just going to spread them. Don't worry about anything, just spread and kick. Okay, go right for the groin. So that's A, B, C, and D of Anvil. Let's review reversing hammerlock. So counter grab for A, step away from them. So step right to 1030, elbow the arm, hammer fist the groin. So let me do A again. From here, hand behind the back, counter grab, pin it against your back. Step right to 1030, elbow, hammer fist. B, same thing, but we're going to step back because we don't need to gain the distance. So we counter grab, pin, step back, elbow, hammer fist. And that's reversing hammerlock. So now you know the next two techniques. So let's finish you up with short 1. So the first section was inward block to 12. And then we did vertical outward block to the 9, followed by vertical outward block to the 9. Then we rotated, did our upwards block to 3, upwards block till 3. Okay? So now your attacker is at the 3 o'clock position where you just finished up. Your final position is 6. So we want to kind of get back to where we started from, and we want to step away from the opponent in this case because they're throwing a front snap kick. So we're going to take our right foot, step to 12, right downward block. Then we're going to step back, right to 12, full circle, downward block, turn, salutation, and bow. Okay? So basically what you're doing is you're going from your upward block straight down. Okay, we're not going to do a big circle. We don't have the time for that. So it's just at 1, strike down. Then we're going to step back, do a clearing, or full downward block, turn, and we're done. And that's short 1. So, short 1, 12 o'clock is your inwards. Turn to face 9 o'clock. That's your vertical outwards. Turn to face 3 o'clock. Those are your upwards. Turn to face 6 o'clock. Those are your downwards. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So basically just practice walking back with each technique. Okay? And that gives you the complete short 1 and your next 2 techniques of orange belt. At any time you have any questions, comments, concerns, please send it to me. Also, if you want me to review anything, I'll be happy to see any video you wish to send. Good luck, and we'll see you in your next lesson.